Greeting to all. This is Ombir Dahiya, Department of Geology, Government College for Women, Gohana. Today, we are going to discuss the important topic, the external morphology of Hirudinaria granulosa, commonly called cuttle leech, for undergraduate student of geology. First of all, we talk about the systematic position of leeches. Leeches belong to phylum Annelida, class Hirudinea, order Gnathodelida, genus Hirudinaria, and species Granulosa. Leeches are multicellular, bilaterally symmetrical, coelomate, triploblastic, and segmented worm-like organisms. These are mostly found in tropical and temperate regions of the world. There are about 500 species of the leeches are known today, and most of them are freshwater, while some are marine and terrestrial in form. Four species of genus Hirudinaria are found in India. These are Hirudinaria viridis, Hirudinaria javanica, Hirudinaria manilensis, and Hirudinaria granulosa. Hirudinaria granulosa is commonly called as the cattle leech. Student, if we talk about their habitat and habit, these are mostly found in freshwater ponds like tanks, still water, rear streams, and rivers and rice field. These are mostly found in India, Pakistan, Burma, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, etc. If we talk about their habits, leeches always prefer the shallow water where it swims by vertical undulation and grips the stones and vegetations with its suckers for shelter. These are mostly blood-sucking organisms, so these are called as the singivores. They survive by sucking the blood of the frogs and other aquatic organisms. They make the wound in the skin of the host and suck the blood till full. A single full meal can last for a year. These are mostly hermaphrodite, monoecious, bisexuals, and there is the cross fertilizations due to the protoandrous conditions. In protoandrous conditions, there is the maturations of the male gametes first, then the female gametes. The development is direct. There is no free larval stage in the life history of leeches. Then we talk about the morphological feature of leeches. The elongated, their body is elongated, soft, slimy, and streamed with and smeared with mucus. The smear of the mucus or the thin layer of the mucus on their body protect them from the evaporation. When extended, the body is dorsalo-ventrally compressed and appears strap-like and becomes cylindrical when contracted. It is highly extensile, so much so that it appears flattened when extended and almost cylindrical when contracted. It grows up to 30 to 35 centimeter in length. It is beautifully clad, having the olive greens upper surface and the orange yellow or the orange red undersurface. Along each lateral sides is a yellow strip which is bounded below by a dark strip and above by a series of the regularly arranged dark spots. Then we talk about the suckers. Leech has the two type of the suckers, the anterior suckers that is also called as the cephalic suckers and the posterior suckers, that is called as the anal suckers. The anterior suckers present on the anterior end of the body, and the posterior suckers, or you can say the anal sucker, is present on the posterior end of the body. The anterior suckers is oval in shape and lies on the ventral side of the anterior end. It encloses a concavity that is called as the preoral chambers. These preoral chambers then has the mouth at its center. The mouth is actually triradiate in shape. The anterior border of the suckers is highly sensory and mobile. It often remains bent over the mouth, hence it is called as the upper lip. The anterior suckers, the anterior suckers act as the feeding, prehensile, and locomotor function. Then the next is the posterior suckers. The posterior sucker is somewhat larger than the anterior suckers. It forms the circular disc on the posterior side of the bodies. It is larger and stronger than the anterior sucker. It acts as the adhesive or the locomotory organs, so it helps in the locomotion. Then we talk about the body segmentations or the body divisions. The body of leech is divided into 33 segments, that is also called as the metamers or the somites, by cello or the transfer grooves. Most of these segments are further subdivided into annuli externally by the superficial furrows in the skins. The number of the annuli varies in different segments. It is held that a typical segment may have 5 annuli. A segment with 5 annuli may be called as the complete segment, whereas the segment with less than 5 annuli is called as the incomplete segment. Each annulus then further is divided into small rectangular area by short longitudinal wrinkles. Each rectangular area has the small papillae. These papillae are sensory in functions and bears the sensory organs, that is called as the annular receptors. Annular receptors. The first annulus of the each segment bears the larger sensory organs called as the segmental receptors or the sensillae. In addition to the annular receptors, because of this, the first annulus of the every segment is known as the sensory annulus. The sensory annuli help in determining the limit and the numbers of the segment in the body of leech. Then we talk about the body region. The 33 segment of leech are often grouped into 6 regions, namely cephalic region, preclitellar regions, clitellar regions, middle regions, caudal region, and posterior suckers regions. The cephalic regions falls between the first to fifth segments, and preclitellar regions falls into the sixth, seventh, and eighth segment. Then clitellar regions falls into the ninth, 10th, and 11th segment. The middle region falls into the 12th and 12th to 22 regions segments. The caudal regions falls between 23rd segment to 26th segments, and the posterior sucker regions falls between 27th to 33rd regions segments. First, we talk about the cephalic regions, as the word cephalic is related to the head region. It includes the cephalic regions has the 5 segments and a small anterior projection on the cephalic region is called as the prostomium. This segment First and second consists of the single annulus and has and each are described as the uniannulate. The segment third has two annuli and thus called as the biannulate. The first three segment and the prostomium together forms the upper lip. So these are anterior parts. The segment fourth is triannulate as it has the three annulus. Its first, second annulus are fused ventrally to form the posterior border of the cephalic suckers. The segment fifth is also triannulate in situations as it has three annulus. Then next we talk about preclitellar regions. Preclitellar regions consists of the three segment 6th, segment 7th and segment 8th. The segment 6th is triannulate like the segment of the cephalic region. The segment 7th and segment 8th are complete as they contains the 5 annulus each, and so these are described as the quinocuannulate. Then next we talk about the preclitellar regions also has the nephridiopores. Then next we talk about the clitellar region. Clitellar regions consisted of the ninth, 10th and 11th segment. All these segments are complete as they have the 5 annulus or also called as the quinicuannulate. These segments develop around them a temporary. These segments develop around a temporary band of glandular skin called as the clitellum. Cli- Clitellums is generally a temporary structure formed during the breeding season. The epidermis of clitellar region secrete an albuminous fluid that forms a snow white girdle around the clitellar region. This girdle-like structure falls off this region and gets plugged along with the fertilized egg, and now it is called as the egg case or ootheca or cocoon. In case of leech, ootheca formation occurs generally during the period from April to June. Then next we talk about the middle region. Middle regions is largest region of the body. It comprises 11 complete segment from 12th to 26th segment. Each segment in these regions shows the 5 annuli, so these are quinicuannulate. Each segment in these regions has the pair of nephridiopores. Then we talk about the caudal region. The caudal region consists of the segment 23rd to 26th segments. 23rd segment has the 3 annuli, so triannulate, and this segment 24, 25th and 26th have 2 annuli each. On 26 segments, anus is present on the dorsal side. Then next is the posterior sucker regions. These regions consists of last seven single annular segments which unite to forms the posterior region of the body. Hence, the intersegmental grooves are indexed in these regions. The number is indicated by the seven rings of the sensilla clearly visible on the dorsal surface of the posterior region suckers. Then next we talk about the eyes. There are five pair of dark eyes present on the first fifth segment, five segment in the cephalic region. One pair on each segment, first, second, and a pair on the first annulus of the segment, third, fourth, and fifth. Eyes lies in the semicircle or on the dorsal surface of the cephalic region. Then we talk about the external apertures. First aperture is the mouth. Mouth is triradiate apertures that is present in the center of the preoral cavity which is present in the oral suckers. Then the next aperture is the nephridiopores. There are about 17 pair of nephridiopore. There are 17 pair of the nephridiopores. One pair lies ventrally on the last annulus of the each segment from 6 to 22 segments. These apertures are outlets of the excretory organs. So, these functions in the excretion. Then the next is the male genital opening. The male genital aperture is a mid-ventral opening in between second and the third annuli of 10th segment. Then the next is the female genital opening. Female genital opening lies mid-ventrally in between second and the third annuli of 11th segment. Then the last aperture is the anus. Anus is small opening present mid-dorsally on the 26th segment at the junction of the body and posterior suckers. Anus help in egestions of the waste materials. So this help in egestion. Thank you.